right, what up, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. It's Monday. Good old Monday, fun day. And that is fucking bright. Jesus Christ. Much better. You got the nerve to talk about. I think we're finally situated. Okay. So as you all know, I made a little bit of an announcement today. I just said that the 13th moon is done. I'm not going to be uploading on that channel anymore. If anybody knows anything about this channel, the only reason why I had to do that channel, is because I just had to divert some energy away from this channel because somebody was just putting a little too much energy onto making my life awful. So now that that is dealt with, I don't have to do that other channel anymore. And I'm just like, why am I uploading all these videos when like I can just put that on this channel? But again, I was dealing with something. So I had to deal with that. And now that it is dealt with, we go back to normal and just putting up our normal videos on here like usual, because there are tons and tons of Zodiac readings. I only just started doing collective readings because this is just where the channel is right now. So we're going to get back into the Zodiac readings again. I don't know when. I don't know what is going to happen with this channel, but it is number 2 in my life. So always remember that. And then the other channel was like number 3 in my life. And then like I've got my snakes and I've got my other life. So I'm like, this is just too much. Just too much going on. You know, when you have too much going on, you just have to give something up. And that's what I wanted to give up. I'm still going to keep it around for you guys because there's tons of readings on there and I'm not going to shut it down, but I'm just not going to upload on there anymore. Seems like a waste of time. So, yeah. If anybody cares to know that information I just you awesome. If you don't care to know, then whatever. What up, Steven? What's happening, home dog? Steven, you can be honest with this, okay? Because like you know how you like talk to everybody and you say hi to everybody? Do you want to be a moderator that has, you know, so you turn up blue? Which I mean, you don't have to do anything, but you can shut people down if you want. But do you want the power? Okay, when you have the power, though, just make sure it doesn't go to your head because other people in the past it has gone to their head and then they believe that they own the channel. And then I get complaints about them to my email. All right, you're going to be a standard moderator, big guy. When you write again, you're going to be blue. And then you can shut those stupid trolls down. Hey! Hey! Oh, are you? I mean, honestly, you don't have to do anything. You just get the blue. You get the blue name. You don't got to do shit. You don't got to do shit. I wasn't going to run with a moderator, obviously, because I've just had a little bit of problems with it in the past. And, you know, some people, and it's not just one, it has been a few people that have, you know. So, I mean, I don't even need it, really, per se, because our chat is usually cool, calm, and collected. But I'm like, you just talk to everybody like you're already the moderator. So good job, buddy. You've got the power. You've got the power, which has been waiting for you for a while. You never know. Something's going to happen for you, big guy. You watch. People who watch my channel get magical things happen to them. And sometimes it's not the magic that they want if they're a shitty person. Thank you, Spirit. And plus, you always get to ask your questions first. Who's that? Tracy? I think you've been in here before. Okay, let's see what this is about. Gluttony on the bottom of the deck. Man, you know who always talks about the 7 deadly sins? If you ever listen to him, his name is Slain. Motherfucking Slain, George Carroll. He's also a rapper, if anybody knows him as an actor. But he talks about the 7 deadly sins like they have just been on his fucking plate his whole life. Okay, so I mean, this makes sense that the gluttony card is here and the don't give a fuck card is here. Because if they gave a fuck, it would be upright. But they don't give a fuck. So it's in reverse. What up, jazzy jazz hands? Okay, so you are dealing with some very, it doesn't necessarily have to be a fat person. Obviously, we're not racist up in here with the, bigger people. We love everybody. But this person, gluttony is there for a reason. Okay, because gluttony is like somebody just can't control themselves. They're just eating and eating and eating and eating. And it's like eventually, to John Doe, that was a huge problem. He saw people like that and wanted to hurt them because they're taking advantage of the resources around that. Like, I mean, honestly, you should see how much I eat. I don't know how much. I mean, I have been homeless, like, within the last 5 years, but like, I don't eat a lot. I never have been a huge eater, but I swear my stomach is so fucking small that my meals are like meals for children. Like, I've seen children eat more food than me, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, because you should kind of keep your stomach small, which is, moderation, eating small, but eating a lot. Like, I do eat a lot throughout the day, but I eat very small meals. I can't eat very much. It's almost like I had one of those surgeries, like they shrink your stomach. It's almost like that happened, but it really didn't. I don't really know what happened. I just went homeless and stopped eating, obviously. Plus, I don't really like food. Okay. I'm one of those kind of people that like food just annoys me. Like, I wish we didn't have to eat. I just bought a bunch of Ensures because I'm like, I don't want to eat right now. I'm so turned off of food. Okay. So there's the people that just can't stop thinking about it, that they're just like, because this is the analogy. Always remember, gluttony is the analogy. Okay. So you're dealing with somebody. Somebody. All right. And then will the situation ever change right beneath it? And it's like you're dealing with somebody that it's almost like they could be exhausting your resources. Okay. They could be they don't give a fuck about you. I read this news article about a man recently. He's only 28 years old. He made it front page of the news because he cut his parents off. He has been supplying his parents all their bills, everything for like years. Okay. He's literally been taking care of his family and putting everything that he needs like on the back burner until finally he just cut them off. And he can't do it anymore. And like, I understand when people snap, okay, because somebody is just taking way too much and they won't stop. Even when you try to talk to them about it and you think like, okay, I'll talk to them about it. They won't up. Okay, we can talk. We can have a serious conversation. And then it's like, there's absolutely no fixing this. It just doesn't go the way it's supposed to go. And then look at that. What lies beneath? Because they're hiding something way bigger underneath. Okay. They're hiding something. And it's the fact of how greedy they are. I mean, because gluttony and greed, all the sins they all resemble themselves very closely. Like there's similarities between each, obviously, sin. And they work together quite nicely as well. Okay, so the fact of like somebody being like, is this situation ever going to change? Like, am I ever going to be able to eat, or are you just going to sit there and fucking eat until you die? And actually, I had this dog back in the day, the dog that Cindy reincarnated through Pet Cemetery. And my father, he was a cocker spaniel. And my father one day, because this dog would just devour his food. Like, he has never eaten a day in his life. He would eat just so quickly. Food would be all over the ground. Like, he wasn't like he was vicious. I mean, if you had to take his bowl away, he wouldn't bite you or anything. Okay. But it was like he'd never eaten before. So my father once, he gave him like a cup of food in the morning and then a cup of food at night. So what he did that night was he went, okay, how much is this dog going to eat? All right, Turk. We all know Turk. Okay, the Satan's dog. And he ate like, I don't know. I think he said 5 or 6 cups of food before he then threw up. It's not like he stopped and walked away. He just finally started throwing up, and my dad took it away from him. Right? He wanted to see when Fat Boy was really going to stop. Okay, but it's like a test, So, ooh, my tinnitus is going off. Ooh, tinnitus charge. Uh-oh, we're hitting something right now. The satellites are pinging. Ooh, look at this abandonment. And look at that. It says a dog right there. ADOG, a dog. Because you know how so many people like to abandon their dogs? They just like to just drop their dog off and just walk away. Like they didn't just buy it, own it, give it all its shots, and then suddenly just go, fuck it, I can't do this anymore and walk away. Like heaven forbid, maybe you cut down on your spending and you cut down on a couple things and don't gorge yourself. Oh. Gorging yourself, being very irresponsible, childish behavior, leaving something or someone behind. Abandonment. I mean, okay, so this person, whatever this energy is of gluttony, what up, Heidi? Okay, whatever this is, they're getting charged with it. They took something. It's not even like they took it away from you because you never had it. They took something from you. So it's like almost as if this was your parent, okay, every meal, if you were supposed to get, say, 2 scoops of oatmeal, because apparently this is where we're at now, oatmeal, all right, you're supposed to get 2 scoops. They took 1 every time. What up, JK? Okay, taking 1 at a time when you're only given 1 is like they were giving you half of really what you needed. So if your stomach is this small, it's because half the food you're supposed to be eating has been eaten by somebody else. And like I personally felt that way because I would just buy this food. And especially in the meth house I used to live in, if I left the food for more than like a few hours it was almost like it was tainted. And I would be like, I couldn't eat it. I would try to go and take a bite of it. And then it would almost like I would want to throw up. And I'd be like, fuck, like I just made this. Like, and then in the freezer, if it was in the freezer for more than a couple of days and I didn't eat it, it was like some type of other essence took it over. So you know how if you ever watched a movie, say like the movie Z, okay, just a Z, that's what the movie's called. That demon is attached to this child. And if demons are around, you have to feed them. Okay, it's a part of the process. They have to eat. But anything they touch, you cannot eat it afterwards. It would be like, because in a realm, in some dimension, they have absorbed it. They have eaten it. So the food that's left in 3D is just a carcass. Even though it looks like it hasn't been touched, it has been. So if something has been, I'm getting goosebumps all over my body, by the way. I don't know if this resonates with somebody, but if there has been, say, if this is the analogy, food that all of a sudden is around you that you bought and now you can't eat it for some reason, there's nothing wrong with it. But you physically, if you go to eat it, you feel sick or you feel like you're going to throw up or you feel like, ugh, like something's touched it or something's licked it. It has. Okay. We all know there are multiple dimensions in 3D. Therefore, if ghosts are here and we cannot see them, obviously they're in a realm. Okay. And just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Okay. So even though you can't see this person devouring everything around you, doesn't mean it's not happening. Okay, big fucking message. I haven't even read these cards yet. That's how much spirit is like. Woo-wee, my third eye. Ooh, okay, there we go. Intimidating the witness. Cleanse and protect. A soul successful journey. 5th house of pleasure. With the 6th house, with Cancer in the 4th house of roots. So this is somebody connected to you. They're bonded with you in your roots. They know you. 5th house of pleasure, just for a good time. And like, why do you think Fat Boy eats? For a good time, right? I mean, if he didn't enjoy it, He wouldn't be doing it to the point of like exasperation and death. Okay. He would be eating in moderation and not look like a big fat fuck. Okay. And I'm looking at coward. So whatever is lying underneath their fucking iceberg of bullshit is what's been attacking you. This is beyond personal. It's the 12th house. Beyond personal. They are so disrespectful of you. Like, think about Fat Boy. I mean, if say like if somebody had to live with him or something, like he would just eat all their food. Like you know energies like that. Like they wouldn't just be able to see a pizza sitting there and not indulge in it and not take it. Right? Same with pedophiles. They can't look at a child without wanting to rape it. Hence the word, right? There are people that cannot control themselves. And there's no talking to them. All right. There's wrath right there. Somebody is fucking angry. Okay. That's when gluttony turns bad and people go stone cold and kill your ass. Okay. This contemplation station, like there is no contemplating it anymore. I actually told the cops, I was talking to the cops the other day because I called the cops on my landlord already because of this hot water situation. And I mumbled under my breath, if he doesn't fix this, I'll kill him. And she goes, don't joke about that. And I said to myself, who's joking? I'm not joking. Take somebody's hot water away from them after they've been abused, tortured, okay, massacred by I don't even know how many landlords. Oh, abused again, left on the streets. I don't, nobody around to help them. But then you take a vital source away from them. And then you go, this isn't a joke? Yeah, bitch, I know it's not a joke. But thank you for threatening me that I cannot express myself verbally without you threatening me back some way to protect that villain that I'm so-called threatening. Like, are the cops here to help? Or are they here to manipulate, fuck with, sit on their ass, make it seem like they're doing something, but really they're not? Well, what are we supposed to do about it? I don't fucking know anything. You're the one with the gun. But let me guess. People got rights, right? Okay, people have rights. And I bet you that's what these people are saying. Like they're sitting there, they're going into your wallet, they're taking things, they're siphoning your food, okay? And then when you question them on it, when you stop them, when you say, do you think that you can get away with this? I mean, what the fuck is the universe doing about it? I don't know. Like, who's stopping them? I don't fucking know. It's so aggravating to pick up such awful energy and then at the end of it be like, I don't really understand. Like, is Fat Boy gonna die? Because is this situation ever gonna change? Right? Because when all you're dealing with is testosterone and fucking bullshit in front of your face with a bunch of liars that made the wrong moves in their life and are now going to threaten you because you won't put up with it anymore. So now you become the bad guy because everybody else has failed to do their jobs. Again, sometimes I don't really know like where we live. I just know that like I can't believe most of collective even keeps grounded in this energy, like fucking pat yourself on the goddamn back. Because at this point in time, there are so many people sitting in this energy and just eating and consuming whatever the fuck they want, even if it's a bunch of lies, even if it's a bunch of bullshit, they're still gonna do it because they're too fucking weak to say no. Okay. It's like they either gotta get out of your face, okay, or different measures are going to happen. And that's and honestly, like the way that I feel is spirit does not want to see you get in trouble. Okay, they don't want to see you get pushed to the line of not coming back. That's why I call the cops. I don't know what to do in that circumstance, because if I don't call the police, I'm going to do something, because this isn't working. Because somebody's breaking the law and just doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Okay, just like this person, I'm just going to do whatever I want. I'm just going to do whatever I want. Yes, we understand that, little entitled brat. But the rest of us, Not sure how long we're going to be able to sit there and watch the little brats run around doing whatever they want. Unless they're running around in traffic, then fucking leave them. Okay? So this Mars and Saturn shit, like, this is explosive. And that's the thing, is like, it's hard to believe that collective is even going through it. And the fact of, like, you know, if you drink, there's a reason why. If you smoke, a reason why. There's obviously stress around you, and one person can only deal with so much. No, I do not advocate for smoking. No, I do not advocate for drinking. No, I do not advocate for hurting yourself. But in the same sense, what must one do when faced with a devil that is taking your things, and from the looks of it, you can't do anything about unless you want to go to jail? Like, doesn't exactly leave collective in the best fucking situation. Okay, which is bullshit. As if you haven't already dealt with enough. So that's why I feel like if you've been abandoned, okay, and it doesn't matter how it comes through. I mean, abandonment is abandonment. It doesn't matter how it is, how it's explained. Your abandonment is your own abandonment. Okay. The thing is that whoever abandoned you, whatever the abandonment card is with gluttony, because they just want to overindulge in something, they're right now trying to it's like pressure the witness, you know, intimidate the witness, press the witness up against the wall because you saw them do something. Because it's not like you're the witness and only the witness, you're the witness and the victim. Okay, so like you saw what they did, and then you were also victim to something that they did. Okay, and they've got this seeking advice card about you in reverse, because the thing is that for one, if this is a person that's destroyed your life, they're not trying to fix it. They're not trying to figure you out. They're not trying to seek advice about you. They want to massacre you, take all that you gave them, turn it around and flip it on you, use it against you, and then walk away like an asshole. Okay, if they were really invested in you, this card would have been upright. They would have cared. They would have asked questions. They would have sought advice and then came to your door and asked you. There's nothing like a good coward, which I keep staring at the word coward right here. Nothing like a good coward that talks this big game to everybody else, but when they look at their victim, they turn around and walk away, right? There's nothing like a good fucking loser, because they know that they've lost something. They know that they fucked up somewhere. They know that their fat ass took way too much. Okay, and you fucking walked away because they couldn't even tell you what they did. Okay, so there you go. You can't apologize for it. You can't talk about it. You're going to lie about it. You're going to make excuses about it. Oh, wait, now it's my fault. Oh, even better when somebody cheats on you and says it's your fault. Isn't that amazing? I mean, nothing like holding the torch and then passing it over. Okay, like, Jesus Christ. Who the fuck are these people? Oh, I bought this Yankee candle today. It's ginormous, by the way. It cost me $25. And it is balsam and cedar. It is just lighting up my life right now. I just keep getting wafts of cedar. Wafts of cedar. I'm telling you. And cedar is very cleansing. It's an antiseptic and an antifungal. Cedar is like, oh, the medicinal purposes of cedar. Any evergreen really is like, okay. So there's some serious healing. There's sloth. I mean, 4 deadly sins showed up. So, I mean, this person is fucked. Okay. They didn't just one thing. Like I said, they've done a few different things. And if anything, I kind of feel like they've been taking things out on you. Okay. They're angry with you and they're defensive with you because they're fat and they're hungry. Okay. And they're what happens to a hungry person? They start to get angry. Okay. Even I do. It doesn't even have to be overweight to get angry when you're fucking when you're hungry. I don't know why does that work? Why do you get angry when you're hungry? But imagine this guy. Imagine taking food away from Fat Boy. What is it, 400 pounds? Okay, he's gonna start crying and then he's gonna kill you. Okay, so it's like, it's funny that these people, what they're doing is threatening your livelihood. You know, they're taking a vital source away from you, which is either food, hot water, money, love. Okay, they're taking something away from you, and they're kind of saying, like, I can do whatever I want. I can just take this. I don't need to give you anything. I can take whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I can intimidate you into giving me more. I can walk away from you if I want. I can leave you sitting there in jail if I want. Like, it kind of seems like, I don't know if somebody was like given the fucking keys to your life or something. I don't know why it's coming up like that. Clock, look at that. The time is up. Damn right, the time is up. This is a cycle closing out. This fat boy's gonna die. Okay, he's gonna die. You can't eat like that and survive. Instincts, look at that. And your instincts are just gonna. Opie Taylor just started playing in my head. Opie Taylor. Private property. Go, go, go. Hearth and home. Natural instincts to go towards what you need and then block it the fuck off. Okay, like if you have property, like, I mean, do some stuff with it, right? Oh man. Rosemary for sure, sage for sure. I mean, there's definitely a lot of things that you can plant on your property to block this person's energy from taking your shit again. Because the time is up. So you're being told to, like, tighten up your security. All right, beef it up. There's the Ace of Cups. Something wants to come in for you. Okay, and it shouldn't be able to come in now. Oh. Like something just hit me in the head right here. Oof. I saw a chick today. She had a big bruise on her cheek, and I was like, ooh, you got punched in the face. I don't know if someone's gonna get punched in the face, or that was more like a bat to the head. Oof. God damn, that hurt. Look at when Liar came out, all of a sudden it was like, and then Snack the Ripper started playing in my head, out of my mind, and they just hit me in my mind. They just hit me in the head. I don't know if somebody's angry. Like, I tell you, they're gonna be fucking angry at you, okay? Because they're such a fucking coward. They won't apologize for what they did. I mean, some people, they just don't understand. They just take and they take and they take, and then they're like, well, what am I supposed to do about it now? I'm just might as well just keep taking because, I'm not, that would involve me having to apologize. Heaven forbid you do that. Heaven forbid you fucking apologize for lying and stealing and walking away and betraying and being a coward. God. I always go serious face when God shows up. And a bunch of cards just fell. Witch in reverse, the red light, mimosa juice in reverse, and then torture. See, this Ace of Cups did come in reverse, but I kind of figured it was going to be upright because I thought, well, hey, a nice Ace of Cups would be good for collective. But then all of a sudden it came in reverse. Like, Spirit was like, no. Okay, so I feel like this witch now is being stopped. I mean, they got the red light. They can't. What can you do at a red light? You got to sit there. You can't go through a red, or you're going to get a ticket. You could hurt somebody. You go through a red, and they've already been hurting people enough, so they're getting stopped. Maybe they're just getting straight up stopped by God. He's just gonna walk right in there. I just saw him walk right in there and go yoink. Like, nope, no, you don't. See you later. Fought tooth and nail in reverse. I do feel like these energies, whatever this is, they've been trying really fucking hard to do what they're doing. Okay, and it might seem like you're not trying at all. It might seem like, you know, on the outside, people probably blame you for things like you're not even trying at all. Look at, you can't find a job. You're not even trying. You just lost this. You're not even trying. You can't fix your house. You're not even trying. When like you're trying to bust your ass, actually. Okay. You're trying to bust your ass. It's this motherfucker that's not letting you get anywhere. Has nothing to do with how hard you're trying. Which is why I fought tooth and nails in reverse. Because this person didn't fight hard. They just stole. Hate. Yeah, I really feel like they're gonna like this that much. And you're not gonna like this. Obviously, you didn't like this. And now they're not gonna like it. Well, that's too bad. That's what you, when shit hits the fan, yeah. When all of a sudden everything turns around on them, ain't gonna be so ha 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 funny, right? Not so funny anymore there, fat boy. Idiot. I just make the cards, people. I don't say what has to come out. This person is stupid. They are stupid. They deserve to get grounded just for being dumb. Scissors. 10:13 on the clock. Oh my God, I'm watching so much X-Files, Steven. I've been watching quite a bit of X-Files. It's getting out of control. X-Files and Special Victims Unit. Crime. What was that? What's that show called? Special Victims Unit? I don't know. SVU or... Anyways, I've been watching that season 6. It's so old. It's like filmed in the 90s. It's awesome. All right. So something's going back to original. Okay. Okay. Creepy, gone. All right. Whatever has been happening with somebody's life. Okay. A lot of it has been going on because somebody, and they're having dreams about you now. So somebody that you were connected with, they've been suppressing a lot of emotions. And unfortunately, when you suppress Law and Order, thank you, Steven. That's why you're my moderator. Law and Order, SVU. It's still on. That chick, the main chick, I forget her name. She makes like $10 million an episode or something like that now. She's like the highest paid actor on TV or something. Crazy. Anyways, these suppressed emotions have forced this person to hurt you. Okay. And that's what happens when you suppress emotions. You get angry. Okay. You get angry. When you release them, you release yourself, you release the situation. If you hold back, you suppress, that suppression starts to turn into other things. People start to lose their mind. They can't get their way. They can't find their way. It starts blocking them off. Their rage will start blocking them off because they're getting too fat. And now I'm hearing the song by Hope's Fall, The End of an Era. So this is a big time coming. Like this is a big cycle closing. And somebody's literally been going out of their minds trying to figure out what's wrong with their life, what they're doing wrong. Why can this only be happening to them? How can they be trying so hard, but then make it look like they're not trying at all? Okay, stasis, betrayal, exhaustion, because of this fucking fat. This is it. This person has ruined somebody's life. Okay, for a fucking bowl of spaghetti. And I mean, whatever the gluttony is, whatever they seem to not be able to control themselves, that's the narrative. But it doesn't have to be food. It could be sex, money. Okay, it could just be gossip, for something, for power, for authority, to look good. I mean, we never really know why people do the things that they do. It's that self-gratification that, you know, I don't know, go talk to fucking Ted Bundy about his self-gratification of why he did what he did. They always get something out of it. It makes them feel good, right? Whether or not it's to make them feel good and kill themselves at the same time, or feel good and kill somebody else at the same time, or feel good and fucking rape somebody at the same time, whatever it is, okay, it's because of their suppressed emotions that they turned into a fucking massive creep. They're a creep. Okay, they're a fucking creep. And it just kind of seems like they just want to torture you and torture you and torture you and torture you. And until you finally go, like, this has to change. Like, you can't keep torturing me because you have suppressed emotions about something, not suppressed emotions over you. It's something like there is, because the suppressed emotions that they're trying to say are for you. They're not really suppressing. If you haven't noticed, they're releasing. So what spirit is trying to say about what they're suppressing something in their psyche from 50, 60, 70 years ago. That's the suppression that spirit's trying to get them out of, because they think the suppression is about you, the most obvious target. But the most obvious target is their trigger to something that is linked from a long time ago. And that's why people, like, it's good to get it out. Even if you journal, fucking write it out, say it. Right? Like, or suppress it and take somebody's food away from them for the rest of their life because you can't deal with your emotions. People who can't deal with their emotions hurt people. And like, we know what happens when people get hurt people. I mean, it's this becomes this vicious fucking cycle. Okay, and this person's vicious cycle has something to do with you for a long time. They're getting something off of you to continue to do what they do. And it's kind of ironic or weird or funny, whatever you want to say it, as whatever this is that they're doing, it's surprised at this point in time that they're still alive. Okay, because of they're sitting with life over death in quite a bit of situations, right? Or death over life. Like, they don't really know which one to choose, and that's the thing, is like, because they don't know what to choose, they're choosing to hurt you. And that's a very sad thing. Again, with this, they've got a lot of things under the surface. And if they just talked about it, if they just got it out, if they just got to the root of the problem, they wouldn't be attacking you anymore, because they would realize, holy shit, I've been attacking somebody when this was my issue with somebody else. But that person triggered me because they went through something. So you had the same symptoms on you that they kind of wore. And it's almost like they started to use it against you. Like, that person's too much like me. You were like starting to shine something that possibly they survived as well, but then they don't want to acknowledge that they survived it. So they sure as fuck aren't going to acknowledge seeing you act a certain way to be able to be like, well, I acted that way. And if they're saying that this happened to them, then obviously something like that happened to me, or why would I have acted in that way? Like, when you act towards things when you've been abused. Like, so for instance, SVU time, there was an episode I was watching yesterday, because it's a special victims unit. So it's mainly children that have been abused or neglected, or, it's the world's awfulest stories. And this little girl was in a car accident, and they went to do a physical exam on her, and they went to pull her pants down, and she fucking lost it. I'm getting goosebumps all over my arms. And she lost it. She's like an 11-year-old girl, 12-year-old girl, and she lost it. And the nurses immediately knew that's a form of abuse. Like, she's showing us that she has been abused. That's a form of sexual abuse. And it turns out she was, right? Like, there are things that you probably showed to them. There are things that you probably demonstrated to them, and you had an adult around you, and somebody should have noticed. Somebody should have been like, hey, that's how I acted. Hey, that's how I was as a kid. Hey, and like, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not psycho or stupid or ADHD or all fucked up. And, why am I calling this kid fucked up? Why am I saying that something's wrong with this kid when there was nothing wrong with me? Right? So it's almost like maybe somebody is finally, it could be somebody around Fat Boy. Okay. Could be somebody around them that's noticing something about what they've been taking from you. right? If it was to take something from you to silence you in some way, and kind of noticing like, you act like that. You're saying that they act like that, but I'm noticing you act like that. And it could be somebody kind of starting to put the pieces of the puzzle together on how, how much they've lied. If they are, because I mean, a lot of people will not tell you the truth, right? They'll kind of hide. And that's what I noticed, like my stepmother, she showed any pictures of her when she was a kid. She has been so ashamed of herself and ashamed of where she comes from and ashamed of her family that she is one big liar. I mean, we don't know anything about her. She's this lie, this block of a person that has obviously gone through something, and because of whatever she went through, she likes to torture me, right? She's tortured me since I was a kid. She always said things and lied and went psycho and would, fucking start crying in front of everybody to get my father to believe her, right? I mean, if I was the victim, I wasn't even crying, but there she is crying all of a sudden. Like, why are you crying? If you didn't do anything, why are you crying? She was always crying, right? Because she knew that she was doing something. And the only way to be believed is if you cry. Okay, so this person, this witch, whoever this person is, they might have been we have suppressed emotions, but at the same time, my stepmother was so overly emotional that's what kind of gave her away, right? Was, okay, you say that you suppress all these emotions towards us, but yet you're crying right now, but you won't speak to us, right? It was almost like if she started crying, it was a way for everybody to shut her up. If somebody starts crying and when you ask them a question, right, it's either they're too scared to answer you or they've lied and they don't want to answer you. So instead of getting angry, they're going to cry. They're going to try to throw you off. How dare you ask me that question? How dare you, ever think that I'm lying? How dare you not take my side? Anybody that says something like that, you're almost guaranteed to be dealing with a liar. The fact that they say, how dare you not believe me? How dare you not take my side? What do you mean? Why do I got to take your side? What did you do? Right? What up, Shay? Oh, God, you're not Shay that's married to my fucking ex fucking brother-in-law, are you? If so, we have a lot to talk about. Although, I don't think she would want to talk to me. Do you want to know who you had kids with? If you don't want to know who you had kids with, stay the fuck away from me. She does not know who she had kids with. And that's the sad part. People that get used, like, and taken advantage of. She was really young when she met my sister's ex-husband, and he knocked her up right away. And, just really, he's going to ruin her life. Okay. And that's the thing is people come in and if they don't stop, even though the red light is right there telling them to fuck off, if they don't stop, unfortunately, people get hurt. Okay. And in this circumstance, it's like this person hates you so much. Okay. They don't give a fuck about you. They're fat and they want food. They don't care about you. Okay. They don't. It's like an alcoholic that wants to go to a bar on Friday night that asks you to come along. Do you really think that they care that you're there? They're going to go to the bar regardless if you're going. Okay. So whatever this fucking person is trying to say, that like they can't live without you, or they only take what they need, I call bullshit. Yeah. Break the fucking record already. Break the motherfucking record. Fat is fast. Like, you got to take care of yourself, man. Like, and it people don't take care of themselves. It shows. It shows that they don't take care of themselves. They just fill their bodies up. Like, that's your body. That's your temple. You don't care what goes in it. Like, you just gonna steal and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. Oh, God. You ever, like, tried sex or, like, exercise or, like, anything that doesn't involve stealing from somebody? You know, there's things like hobbies out there, people. Do them. I was asked recently, what were my hobbies? And I was like, swimming? Painting? And then I said, I am in the mood to find some more extra hobbies if you got any to pass around. And he was like, that's enough. He's like, most people say like looking on their phones. And I was like, that is one thing I do not do, sir. I do not look on my phone. Oh, I mean, I do. I have been on my phone a little too much recently, and it's been driving me crazy because I've been having to do a lot of research and like, I hate my phone. Within like 5 minutes of being on the phone, it's like my head already hurts, and I'm like, got the screen back here, and like, I'm like tilting it up so I don't have to see the screen. Fucking phones. Like, what do they make them out of? Radioactive light? That just like the second I look at my phone screen, it just like gives me a headache. I don't understand. What's going on, everybody? So you all know I shut the 13th moon down. I'm just going to start doing the Zodiac readings over here. It was just a ploy to deflect energy that was getting shot at me. So I'm going to keep it up. All the readings are going to stay up, obviously. If it resonates with anybody, keep them, obviously, in your back pocket. But I'm not going to upload any more in the 13th moon. Just no more over there. I just feel like it's just going to get wasted. So, I mean, you never know. I think I'm going to stick to it. I really do. I changed all my prices too for a little while. I know there are a lot of people struggling with money right now, and they all want readings. So I cut the prices for a little bit to give some financial de-stress. I'm not doing hour-long readings anymore at all. I've completely shut that down. It's too much energy for me to sit there for longer than 45 minutes. Trust me, people, if you want a reading, a half an hour is more than enough time. Okay. Honestly, it really is. It can tell you so much, and then you just go off with your day. Trust me, sometimes it's hard finding stuff to talk about after an hour, you know? Is that Princess Otto? Princess Diana. People, you can't swear. Oh, okay, Heidi, you can't say sex, but I'll show that one. And I'm pretty sure... Was there another one? Oh, yeah, this one. Guess who? They mad at me because they faggots. Honestly, like, I know I'm getting old and some of this should bother me, but like the word retarded and the word faggot are like two of my favorite words. Okay. I don't use them in a derogatory sense. I don't walk up to somebody and go, hey, you fucking faggot, you fucking no. I call myself one. Okay. It's just a funny word. I think it's a funny word. Okay. And I don't know, retard. Like I call myself retarded on a daily basis. I'll call my sister retarded when she does something retarded. And I think it's funny. And, I say to myself, if you have to hear a word and get angry, like ask yourself why. And a word angers you. Like, because it could anger you because it angered your mother. It could anger you because your father. Okay. It could anger you because, you're gay, if you don't like the word faggot, and you haven't accepted it, and people who can use that word in a different way will scar you. It's just however way you see a word. Okay? It's a word. It's a word. Why do words have such an effect on somebody's mind? Okay, it's like, this is how big your brain is. That's it. That's okay. Your two fists put together. That's your brain. That's your heart. Your one fist. That's your heart. This is your brain. Okay. It's a pretty big muscle if you think about it. All right. That's a pretty big muscle. All right. Use it in a good way. Stop letting little things bother you, or you're going to have such a shitty life. Okay? Honestly, just food for thought. Just food for thought. We're just throwing things out there. Just throwing things out there. All right? Take it, leave it. Doesn't matter. Sometimes we just need a little intermission before the next reading. Because as you can see, I don't know what to do until the message. Am I going to catch one? Nope. All right. Capricorn. The North Node. The South Node. That's the South Node. And the 4th house. Oh, my nose. You know, I almost got to feel like something is stuck with the devil in their house. Like, I'm just going to leave it. Stuck with the devil in their house. And I'm getting Snack the Ripper again, out of my mind. Somebody might have spent a long time away from their house and now they have to go back to their house and they think they're going to be trapped in their house or something like that. Trust me, I know the feeling. All right, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, people. All right, give me this Capricorn, please. What's this devil? The Star. The devil is coming to you. That's terrifying. 4 of Swords. Exhausted, up all night. See, up at night. See, look how worried she is. All those swords above her bed. Like, who's going to come through the door? They're supposed to be relaxing. They're supposed to be taking it easy. And they're not. And then all I kept looking at was like, look at this. Oh, they're not really titties, but anyways, YouTube might have a problem. See her face? See how she's like looking up? Like, she's kind of a little bit, I don't know, she's a little bit worried. I feel like somebody's a little, like, it says the gang's all here. All right, gang's all here for the 4th house. Victory at what cost? 9 of Wands in reverse. And then the Lovers. It's like somebody is having a hard time keeping something out. Okay, keeping something out. And it's costing them something. Their connection with something is costing them something. That's maybe what it is. There's the Lovers. They've made a bed with something. They've gotten to a relationship with something that they should not have. And now they're stuck in it. There's Reagan. Is this who you're waking up to in the middle of the morning? The middle of the morning. In the morning? New ideas, new energy, limitless potential, free spirit. Yeah, because that demon took over that kid and just wreaked havoc. And somebody's like obeying it. At what cost? Yuck. could be like stuck to the TV. You get home from work, you sit on the couch, you do the same shit because it's hard to get out. Maybe it's hard to get out in the world because there's a demon attached to your TV, makes you sit down and watch it and not do anything, throw your whole life off. And now somebody's ready. Okay. And, you know, I like to bring this up because Mad Child, he had this period before COVID. He had this period where he just like sat in his house for like a year straight and just smoked cigarettes. And he watched X-Files from start to finish. He might have been on his drug binge. And then he was done. He couldn't sit on the couch anymore. He couldn't be in his house anymore. It was done. His time of solitude was over. And that's a lot of what it means with the Two of Wands is, what does it say on the bottom there? Are you prepared for the journey? And he's got the world in his hands. He's got the wands on either side. Like, which one is he going to choose? Is he going to choose his left, where it says little open door? Oh, this is kind of interesting. There's an open door here. See that little window there with the moon coming through? So it's almost like, you know, if I choose this way, it's going to be a little illusion. I don't really know what happens. But on this side, it's hard to see. It's hard for the camera to pick up, but there's actually a house there. Okay. So it's like, do I go back to what I know or do I go into the abyss? The world is at your fingertips. What do you choose? Okay, because you're going to sit there, right? There's a Four of Cups. Like, are you going to sit there and miss this opportunity that's behind your back because you're not going to look? Or you're going to like this. Are you going to step off that big bad cliff and take a giant leap of faith? Look at Hermit in reverse. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. I was wondering if the Hermit was going to come up because I feel like somebody's definitely hermiting themselves, or they have been hermiting themselves because they're stuck. It's not like it's necessarily like a voluntary hermit energy, but it's more like I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to sit here until something hits me. Okay, nothing fucking wrong with that. Okay, I feel like sometimes we're too driven and this thing in our heads is too driven to get us to go out and press our energy and push ourselves and give all this and try this and do that. And it's just like, can I just like sit at home and watch a movie for fuck's sakes? Like, I don't want to go out and do all that shit, you know? And like, I don't blame you. Okay, so whatever this is about, it seems like all Spirit is trying to say, it's an unhealthy connection. Okay, and you're feeding it. And it might not look that bad because maybe it's just starting off. Like, you know, when you start smoking, like, I mean, people are like, how can they not run? I can still run. I can still breathe. And you're like a month into smoking and you're like, okay, give that shit like another year and you're going to be fucking dying. Okay, something like that. Like somebody just they haven't felt the effects of something yet in their home. They just know that they're stuck. Okay, but it might not be, the effects might not be like radical yet. Okay, but that's only because it's only just started. Possibly. My nose is going crazy. And that's Aquarius, Aries, Virgo, Gemini, and then Cancer and Capricorn. So there's quite a lot of signs here, people. Oh, God. And my nose. Knight of Cups. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. Strength. And the Nine of Swords. See, somebody doesn't think that they can overcome this. They really don't. They want to, but it doesn't necessarily mean, you know, that's almost like, you know what the movie I'm getting now? Something runs a marathon. Brittany runs a marathon. Is it Brittany runs a marathon? I really did not think I was going to remember the movie. Anyways, it was some recent movie that I watched like in the, I don't know, a month ago or no. God, it was longer than that. Anyways, it's just about this chick who just is kind of a little bit overweight and she's not sleeping and she's very unhealthy. She thinks she's super healthy, but she really isn't. Like, I mean, she's not like huge or anything. You don't have to be fat to be unhealthy. Okay. You can't walk up your stairs and you're only like 150 pounds. You got to get in shape. Okay. It's like something like that. Like she doesn't think she can do it. And they're like, she tries to, join the gym, and the gym is just like way too expensive. So she just says, fuck it. I'm going to start running. And she says, okay, she goes out one day and she goes, okay, just go to the street sign and back, like easy. We'll just do easy today. Street sign and back. And then she got to the street sign and then she kept going. And then she was like, okay, well, I'll just go to this point. And then she just kept going. And then she realized how easy it was. But it took her a lot to get on the road to doing it, because it's always, we say we're going to do something and it's easy to say in our heads, yeah, okay, we'll do that. I'll do that. I can do that. But then when you actually have to do it, it's completely different, right? Because it's like your action has to meet your motto. Your words have to match what you're walking, right? It's like something like that. Like somebody honestly doesn't feel like they can enter this period of unknown, because so far the known is what they've been comfortable in, because it might not be what you're stuck in. It could be what you're comfortable in. And we all know that comfort doesn't necessarily mean healthy. If anything, sometimes too much comfort ain't a good thing. It's unhealthy. You gotta breach the boundaries. You gotta do stuff that you don't want to do, but you push yourself to do it. And then once it's done, you're like, fuck yeah, I rock. I kick ass. I just did that. It feels good to unstuck yourself. All right. Unstick yourself. Unstuckified. Okay. Whatever you want to go with. And then 2 of Swords in reverse. We all know that bad boy. All right. She's blocking herself. She doesn't want to see. She doesn't want to, she'll hear, but if you come around her, she's just going to be like, okay, she's not going to give a fuck who she hurts. And then look at this, the Dungeon Lady, 5 of Pentacles, desolate, alone, and terrified for the future. Like, is that where you want to be? Terrified of the future? Terrified to walk up the stairs? Terrified to see what you're going to know? Terrified of the unknown? Terrified of finding out at the end of the tunnel? Right? You can't be scared to live your life. And always remember, those scary parts, they make life worth living. Okay? Because it's like, are we gonna get caught? Woo! What's gonna happen? Ah! Okay. It's nice to live. It's nice to live a little. And trust me, it ain't cost much, okay, to just live your life. Ew, ew. Come on, live your life. Who is that? T.I.? Ew. All right, people. 103.47. Damn. This was a pretty good reading, everybody. So thanks for being here. Thanks for choosing to hang out with my channel and kick ass with me. I don't really know what. Look at that. The Hierophant and the Chariot just showed up. So there's Taurus and more Cancer energy there. All right. What up, Karma? You never did questions on Sunday. Oh, no, I did not. Okay, so what do I got going on tomorrow? Tomorrow's perfect. I have the whole day. Okay, so let's turn on those notifications for one, because I have no idea when I'm going to come live, but I will do questions the next time I go live. So hopefully I can come live tomorrow. Like I said, lots of changes are going to be made, and I'm definitely not going to be on here as much as I can be in the next little while. The summer is already filling up very quickly. So I should be back tomorrow. And like I said, I will do questions. I do usually do questions at least once a week. Okay, for everybody who's new, we usually do that at least once a week. Today, I just don't really have time to do it. And I wanted to do the channeled messages for everybody. Okay. So I will, next time I am live, mark my word, as long as somebody can remind me. because I might forget with my Alzheimer's mind that we will do readings, okay? Or we will do questions, all right? So thank you and welcome to everybody new. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for being a part of here. Always make sure you send your telepathic questions in my way so that Spirit can help you with your road ahead. Obviously, I can't answer your questions if I don't know the questions. So concentrate, send your questions in, and, these are timeless. So take what you can and leave what doesn't resonate. Peace out, everybody. Thank you for being here, and we will see you soon.